Hello and welcome back to the 20th Century Dude channel. I just wanted to give you a quick analog pictures update. I can show you where we are with the remaining short films that are to come. First off, we do have Trial of the AI Girlfriend, which was one I mentioned about several times before, and I am now in the editing process. Just building on it, and hopefully by the end of this week, I can have a rough draft ready to go. I'm actually going to see if I can get some professional editors to take a look at it too and give their advice as to how I'm going to construct the final cut of this film, because this was something that I wanted to submit to a film festival. It's been a while since a film of mine has gone to a film festival. This was one that I really, really wanted to submit to a film festival. But as far as the coverage goes, it didn't exactly turn out the way I honestly wanted it. It turned out to be more of for the most part, half of it turned out to be sort of a rush shoot anyway. There were complications trying to get actors together to do this whole thing. So what you're gonna see is actually two versions of two different scripts I wrote, ultimately mashed together. Uh, and I'm actually acting in it, even though really I shouldn't have been acting in it. But I had to fill a space that could not be filled. Again, nothing I can do about that. Thankfully, this is also the first short film that I can actually use my new lighting set, which is pretty good. Unfortunately, when we went to do the main part of the short film, aren't half my batteries missing, and a stand broke. So guess what? We only had about one to two lights to use anyway, and the one light, the battery died early. So the things you just gotta deal with on set. But anyway, was it the coverage that I was hoping for? Not exactly. Am I still somewhat optimistic that this can get in a film festival? Maybe. I'm not anticipating it's gonna win awards, and honestly, I don't think it needs to. But I am doing my darndest that this can be the best product it can possibly be. Because I feel like even if I edited it all on my own, it's not going to be the desired look that I'm hoping for. Almost, that's why I'm gonna meet with like one or two pro editors to see what their opinions are. But Trial of the AI Girlfriend, it is on the way. It's coming at the end of September, so stay tuned for that. And as far as what I have next, I have something marked down for about November, December ish. I'm gonna be quite honest. I'm not sure what to even move on with. As far as the next short film goes, I think considering my experience with the AI Girlfriend short film, it probably would be best to, I guess, how do we want to put it? Um, Use a crew of people who are actually able to do this and are fully capable of working a short film, and people who actually want to be there. Unfortunately, as I've been shooting these past several short films, I've really been weeding out, the sheep and the goats, so to speak. There are people who would like to do something like this, but are just too busy to do it, or too afraid to step on camera, which I understand, especially if you're not an actor at all. But then there are definitely the people who say, I'm busy, I can't help you out, but really aren't busy, they just don't have time for you. Which, to be honest, shooting a short film shouldn't be a chore. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be a very unique experience. It's like, oh yeah, let's do this. But I have a feeling that doing these projects, like, I can't. I can't always be doing these on my own. Like, I can't be acting and maintaining the lights, making sure the lights are good, and maintaining the camera, making sure the image is good. I can't be doing all three of that at once. So I need help to get these off the ground because people are essential. What these past several short films have taught me is it's not just the equipment you need. You need help. You need help doing it because you can't do it on your own. So that's what I'm thinking. Since I'm so close to Penn State anyway, it's like why not just use a Penn State crew? I'm sure there's plenty of students who would definitely like to be a production assistant and help out. So there are three ideas I am tossing around. One of them was pills, and that might be the most likely one to do with the Penn State crew. It's also the shortest script I have, so that might be the next one I go with. It's also possible, if I did find a Sasquatch costume, that we could do the Sasquatch next. But again, that's, costume dependent. And to be quite honest, that one might be a bit more laborious, but we'll see. We also have, I think I mentioned the clone one, the mockumentary. That's also probably the least on the list as far as least likely films to move on with next. But we'll see. So I'm tossing around several ideas. Pills, if I am to do with a Penn State crew, that might be the next one I do anyway. It's just the most likely to do with a group of students. Not to mention again, it is the shortest script, so we could be done shooting that in a fair amount of time. That's one I also hope would go into a film festival. Um, so yeah. But also up next we have the first and only Analog Pictures miniseries I'm planning. It's simply called Bug, and I'm sure you're wondering what the heck that is all about. So Bug is basically, as the title suggests, it's about a fly, and it's a rather annoying fly. And it's really just these little short, like, pieces, probably only like 2, 3, maybe 5 minutes each. You get to see people and their experiences with this rather annoying fly, and they either become friend or foe with it at the very end. But the very nature of it is very, slapsticky and cartoony almost because, it has to deal with this rather over the top fly. Yes, it's annoying like any other bug, but then there are just some antics that just really are supposed to, what's the word I'm looking for? Suspension of disbelief, that's it. Because I think for one, we're gonna have. I'm already picturing several scenarios where it's like someone's really annoyed, but they don't have a fly swatter, so they start throwing knives at this bug, and they're like, "Well, is that the best you can do?" And then this fly just picks up this, double barrel rifle, and like chases this guy around the house with it. It's just, it's so silly, it's so stupid. We know a fly can't do that. Well, it's the over the top nature that this fly can pick up these really heavy things and use it against people. That's sort of the point. And of course, these are Bug is going to be connected with the Analog Pictures universe, the overall universe of things. So occasionally you might see a character or two from another short film pop up. And as far as how many episodes there are, I don't know at the moment. I have about 20 ideas written down of what I could do, and I might only use like 10 or 15 of them. Choose the best ideas, but also choose the practical ones of, short films you're actually going to get off the ground, kind of. So, yeah, there's that. And I'm thinking that we can start shooting maybe in a couple months, and then we can maybe do one or two of these little blips per month right up into the time our class 3 rolls around. Which, speaking of which, I'm setting the release date for October/November of next year. That gives it more than enough time to work on this and get the fine details worked out. And that's all I'm going to say about R Class 3 for now. I don't really have any further updates other than I'd like to start at least shooting brief pieces of it in maybe a month or two. So there might be a little. It's going to be a little back to back with Bug and maybe a little bit if I do the Pill short film, but we'll have to wait and see, I guess. Otherwise, that's all I have for today's updates. So we have AI girlfriend coming, hopefully in a couple weeks. So you'll have a brand new short film coming up. I know Lost just came out, and I hope you enjoyed that. I know it's just a short experimental piece, but I did want to get something out in the open. I just happened to find that one, so I figured, hey, why not? But without wasting too much more of your time, that's all I have for today. So thank you for tuning in to 20th Century Dude for this Analog Pictures update, and hope to catch you on the fly. See ya.